Hi, my name is Adeshina, and today I'm going to be modeling this pipeline that you can see as displayed on your screen. So this is going to help us understand some concepts of T and reducer on StartProf. So I'm going to have a new share now, and that will take me to my StartProf. All right, so this is my interface, and I'm going to start new piping. Okay, there I have it. Here I can set the date. It's using the default date of today, which is 25th of August. Description of the pipe, I'll just call it model 1. Piping type, I'll leave it as all. My standard is ASME B31.3. Okay, so do I want T branch flexibility? Do I want to add stress intensification factor? I can check at this point, but I don't need to add them, so I just click OK. So the first thing I want to do is to model my piping along my X. So I'll click on New. So it's showing me my start node and end node 1 to 2. That is okay. Then I'll say be along X for 2 meters. My outer diameter 350 millimeters, wall thickness 12, corrosion allowance 2, material is A106B, pressure is 15, temperature is 23, insulation, mineral wool and asbestos. All right, my fluid density is water, that's 1000, so I apply. So I have that. Okay, so at this point, I can add my anchor. So I add the anchor. I zoom in so I can continue my modeling at node 2. So node 2 to 3 years. I'm going to have this piping be on my Z. But since I'm going down, that will negate. So negative Z for 7 meters. Every other thing is the same, outer diameter, thickness, and all. So I apply. All right, so I have that. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to have my branch off towards my y-axis. So 3 to 4, yes. And my branch off length, so I take off Z and I go to Y. And I say branch off by 0.5 meters. Apply. All right, I have that. Then it's now telling me to continue my modeling from node 4 to 5, but I want to continue from node 3 because node 3 is the midpoint. So I'll change this 4, I'll change it to 3, 3 to 5, I click OK. Then it's already showing me my negating sign, meaning that it's moving along the opposite of positive Y. So I will say apply. Because StartProf is a very smart software, it has noticed that I've created a branch at this point and it's telling me, do I want to add a T? And I'll say yes. Okay. My T header with 500 millimeters, crunch height 120, and I click OK. So I have that. All right. So I want to continue my piping model at this point. So I'm going to continue from 5 to 6. But at this point, I have a reduction in size. So my diameter is now 216. Every other thing remains the same. Then for the length, I put it as -2, or let me say -1, and I click on apply. So I have it there. So I want to do the same thing on the other side of 6. So my starting node will be my node 4. Let me zoom it in. My node 4. Okay, so I'll come here and click 4 to 7. All right, so -1 on Y. No, now it will be positive. That is 1. Outer diameter 216. Yes, apply. So I have that. Okay, let me zoom in on the lower part of the pipe. So this is where I want to work. So next, I've added my T. At this point, I'm going to add a reducer. Okay, so I'll click on my node 4 and I'll say add a reducer. So it's asking me my maximum diameter is 350, which is that of the bigger pipe, and my minimum diameter is 216, which is that of the smaller pipe. Okay, so the coil length, I set it as 300 and I say apply. All right, so at this point in time, you will notice that I'm already having some form of interface issue. Okay, because part of my reducer is entering into my T. So what am I going to do? At this point, I'm going to extend the length of the pipe. At this point, I double click and I extend this to 1 meter. And I say, okay, so perfect. So we are good now. I can replicate the same thing on the other side. I say move along Y by 1 meter. So I have that. So at this point, I can Control C, copy my reducer, come to my node 5, Control V. Okay, perfect. So I go to my 3D view isometric, and we have that. So at this point, I'll continue modeling. So I'll move up. So I'll continue my modeling at node 7. So at node 7, I'll move along X for 0.8 meters. 0.8. This is along Y, put it along X, 0.8 meters, apply. All right. Then at that point, I will have a flange. So this will be my node for the flange, and I can continue modeling my piping section. And I'll say at this point, continue for 0.5 meters. So there we have it. I'm done. I click on this point and I add my support. So I go to the other side of 7 and I say add piping length. Yes. Along X for 0.8. Apply. And 10 to 11 for 0.5. Apply. So close it, and there we have it. So at this point, I'm going to add a valve. So click on my valve. Valve length is 250 millimeters. Okay, so I have that. I can Control C, come here, Control V. Okay. Then all the places where I have a bend, I'm going to add an elbow. So I click on 7. And I say short elbow, apply. Control C to my node 6, Control V. Go to my node 2, Control V. Okay. And with that, our model is done. So I have used the T, I have used the reducer, and we have a complete piping model. Thank you. So next, what I want to do is to run the analysis, stress analysis for this pipe. So I'll click on my analysis. And there I have it. So I can come and check on my output for this particular piping session. And you can see that everything is checked. Also, I can see the dynamic behavior of this piping session in operation. So there you have it. Okay. So StartProf is a very useful tool in modeling of piping and also in running stress analysis with ease. Okay. You can check other results. You can check results for load and displacement. You see all the load and the force and moment. All right, for this particular piping session. You can check on our restraint loads. Right. You can check on internal forces and moments. Okay, everything is checked, so we can call this a good design. Thank you and have a blessed day. Bye.